Oh, glad no one was there for that horrible cough. Close that down. Have a quick old double check of the noise. Have a quick old double check of the noise, which is fine. Have a quick old double check of the noise, which is fine. Oh, please, Mike, don't fall over. Oh, please, Mike, don't fall over. Oh, please, Mike, don't fall over. Okay, long dark. Now, where were we? Whenever you want to wake up, game, that is fine by me. Don't start being awkward on me now, game. Wake up. You have until I've cleaned my glasses. Game seems to have frozen. Except it hasn't, according to... There we go. There we go. So, what exactly were we doing? Oh yes, the towers. The transponder parts. We just got the part from there. Oh yeah, and the game was offering the chance to get the wolf pelts, wasn't it? But I'm too far away from being able to drop the things off to actually make that worthwhile. I would have to carry, like... I mean, yeah, there's 3 wolves here, but then I'd have to carry 3 wolf pelts. Which I think weigh 5 each. Which I definitely do not have the room for. Stop growling at me. I'm not gonna shoot you. I'm not gonna attack you. Please stop doing the awoos. Ow! Damn, just dropping a small height just completely kills you. Sprained wrist, pain. So bandage and painkillers. Bandage. Not sure where we have to take painkillers for every single injury. That seems a surefire way to overdose on the pills, quite frankly. You would think that just take one. Just take one set. And that's enough for any pains you have. Right, let's see. How can I... I mean, it looks like the easiest way would be to go down the bottom. Because we can also stop off at the old farmstead whilst we're there. But I also have a horrible feeling that there's just going to be a massive blockage when we get there. So it's sort of around the bottom of the lake. But yeah, I've got a horrible feeling there's going to be like a blockage here. Just because it's got 2 boulders marked on there, and stop with that wooing. Local wolf girl goes a woo. Oh yeah, and I've also got to be careful because we started finding ice that would crack under us last time. I'd rather not have that happen to us, because that's a surefire way to freeze to death. Ah, the music's nice and calming. I don't think we're at risk of freezing to death and starving and getting eaten by wolves. Well, okay, maybe not getting eaten by wolves. They very much seem to just completely avoiding us, thankfully. Right, so it does look like there is big mountain here, but can we sneak around it over the ice? That would be brilliant if possible. Oh, don't like the cracking noise. The cracking noise is just... But yeah, so around that bit that I thought might have been blocked off, which technically was blocked off, but everything else is frozen enough to not worry about it. And that looks like a structure of some kind. Old fence? Hi, Cookie. Also, yes, I would like the sweet embrace of sleep or death, one or the other. Both would work. Oh, it's a bridge. Okay. So technically a structure, yes, but useful, no. Oh, but the farmstead's up here. So that's something. Do we have to be eternal? I want to be sleep. Eternal sleep. Oh, well, I was hoping the farmstead I'd be able to go inside and sleep in, but I have a feeling that something happened to the farmstead. Can't quite put my finger on it, though. Hello, Bambi. Ooh, ooh. You bullet. So there is at least stuff to loot here. Just can't hide. No, I don't want any. There is firewood, I suppose, so we could make a fire under there and hide and sleep. As long as we make sure the fire would last all of the time we're trying to sleep on. Ooh, yeah, thin mattresses are...
I think I can use this.
Yeah, that's not the... Yeah, the nicest experience to sleep on a thin mattress on the ground. It's like basically not even sleeping on a mattress at all at that point. Okay, so this is another place with a forge. Just in case we need one. There's pork and beans. And peaches.
Dusk, so night can't be far behind.
Right, there is a bed. And there is a furnace for fire. And I do need sleep. Oh, and there's loads of dog food in that crate. Yeah, game. I know that we're overburdened, but we are going to be chucking all of this wood into a fire. Oh no, we have no tinder. Oh, right, light. Place that down so that we can actually craft, because we need some tinder, which luckily there's a bit of newspaper here. I think I also snore. It wouldn't surprise me. But I live alone, so there's no one else affected. So add fuel. Just add everything we've got. Oh yeah, and also there's coal everywhere. So extinguish that. And hopefully, with the furnace being, it feels like 53 degrees. Okay, I think we'll be fine for the night. Right, so we have done the sleep. No cooking pot. Oh yeah, I would have dropped everything assuming that I didn't need... Oh, hang on, then again. We do have food that we have in a can. So let's... eat pork and beans. There we go. Yeah, use a recycled can. Melt snow. Make what? Oh, it's going to be one slot at a time. Oh, okay, never mind. Last time till ready. Oh yeah, I need to boil it. There's space to drink. And then let's also do again. And take that. Now, sleep is one of those things. Well, snoring is one of those things that's very dependent. Because I mean, it could just be a thing that runs in the family. It could be, I know things like being overweight can cause it. It's like one of the reasons why sleep apnea is a thing. It's the same bit that causes sleep apnea also causes the snoring, which is why they usually happen at the same time. Oh, can I get... Run, 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 run. Oh, okay. Safe ice. Yeah, I know that you can get like stuff on your phone that records if you make if noise happens during the night time. And I think I did do it once, and it did look like I snored when I looked at the audiograph thing of it. Ooh,
What have we here?
just a flare in the middle of nowhere. Also, I saw you kill that deer, Wolfie. Yeah, that hide would just be way too heavy. Not worth a risk. Also, I almost missed the thing we came here for by walking past it. That would have been silly. The question is, how the hell do I get up there? Oh, woo. Do I have to go around this side? Or do I have to go around the other side? Oh, oh. Not a good time to run out of stamina. Oh, very much not a good time to run out of stamina.
Never felt so cold in my life.
Okay, at least I know what happens when we fall in the water. Just a quick freezing bath that takes all of our heat away. Heat that we have nothing that can help with unless we get past there. Which involves us having to run. And we can't even get up there anyway. I think it probably would be sensible to go back to the fire and get that heat back. Oh, come on. This isn't even the... I mean, up until now, the lighter one has been fine. The lighter ice has been fine to step on, no problem whatsoever. Yeah, I might be able to... Oh, hang on. I can probably go up that way as well. It probably was a good idea to come back here anyway, because now I've actually seen that bit there. And this should still be going. And there is still some bits and pieces around. Add fuel. Yeah, still got plenty of time going on this. Luckily, it also means that we don't have to mess around actually rewarming the place. Well, let's cook. Give me some herbal tea. Because I think that will also warm us up. So drink that. Oh yes, that's instantly warmed us up. Heat up the can of beans. Oh, you know what? Let's have the coffee as well. That should also warm us, and might... Does it give us any... No, it doesn't give us any benefit to stamina, but it does also give us the bonus to being awake. Yeah, fatigue reduced. Right, so we should be on the right level for what we need to find now. Oh, that's where I couldn't see it. It's fallen over. I tried looking up to see if I could actually see the thing, but it was not towering where I expected it to be. Wow, and bare rock. That's a rarity to find in this place. Oh shit.
Okay, this time I'm ready for you. Come on, big bastard.
Spear. Hold left mouse button to set the spear. Did I not set the spear? Did I not read the hint in time? Okay, yes, Bear, you are mauling me. You can start mauling me now and just either let me get up or just restart. Yes, I died from blood loss. What a surprise! Yeah, last checkpoint, please, because it was literally like half a second ago. Right, so now that I know it's there, Bear spear. Now, where did he turn up from?
Holy shit.
There he is.
Okay, this time I'm ready for you.
Right. Hold, set the spear, but watch the stamina. So, now. No. That wasn't quick enough either. It actually takes time to do that. Okay. Okay. Oh God, no! Don't close the game down. I'm not allowed to do that. Can we not have an extended cutscene every time we get mauled by the bear? I'm aware I have died from blood loss. Let's try that again. Right, so spear. How long does it take to set the spear? A little bit of time, but let's actually just sit and wait. We know he's there. Let's just wait for the stamina to come back. Let's make sure we've got full stamina before we go after this boy. Well, it's as close to full as we can get because there is. I think we have got a bit of reduction in the stamina because of the weight encumbrance.
Holy shit. Okay.
Okay, where is it? Where?
I'm ready for you. Come on, you big bastard.
Okay, so you're there. We set the spear. Quick time event. Click for all your work. Yeah, I thought so. The first 2 times were just a practice. And again. Well, that's...
Still feel my face. Which means I'm not dead. Onward.
Okay, so he attacked 3 times. Game logic suggests he won't attack again for a while. You know, with that glorious old rule of 3 that every game uses, that no one's ever figured out where that came from. Why always 3? I'm assuming he's going to turn up again at the next tower then. Right, so the coffee and the tea have expired. Can put that away for now. So where do we need to go? North. All the way north. Now, preferably, I'd like to do this without walking over all the ice. As much as possible, anyway. We're nice and warm right now. We do not need to get dunked in the water. And now need to be on the... Need to be sort of thinking ahead for stamina use with that spear. Because if we spend most of the stamina running, and then all of a sudden, bear.
Lamp fuel.
Ooh,
Could be useful.
lamp fuel. I will take. Is one thing I am sorely lacking. We need to go roughly this way. But yeah, we can use all of the stamina to run. But if we do that and then the bear decides to surprise us and it's not completely event-based and wait, you know, he's not going to wait for us to get to the next tower, which is a fair distance away. If he just appears, then we're going to be stumped. And then there's also the whole running over the ice so we don't fall into it again. But we want to keep the stamina for. But at the same time, walking is slow. I think... Yeah, that's... It's safest to go over here. I will make a bed out of the bear as soon as we've actually got rid of the bear. I don't even know if we end up killing it or whether we just annoy it enough that it leaves us alone. So if we follow this up, we'll come to the track, then we can cross onto another big chunk of land mass. I'll say land mass, it's probably just snow on top of the ice. But due to how the game works, it doesn't count it as ice, so it's not going to drop us into it, thankfully. There's the tracks. There is the land mass. Or at least, like I say, they're not ice. Can go up a bit here. That's the boulder on the map. Does look like we can just get up there and walk up. So like getting up here and then walking up there. Maybe even just walking up here, to be honest. Let's just run across. Oh, I didn't need to run across that. That wasn't actually breakable ice. Let's do that. Oh. tower is roughly this way. I mean, luckily, eventually, just due to the nature of how humans work, you will just get tired enough and you'll just be able to sleep like a log. It's just when that's going to be. This looks like a feasible way up, maybe? I do not like the fact it was just giving us a sprain risk icon. Because I don't have any bandages left. I don't know if I have any cloth either. Right, so just walk straight. Yes, no break your ankle. Wonderful. Okay. So we need to go this way a bit. Let's also prepare. Because we know he's going to turn. There he is.
Not this again.
What a surprise. Right, so where is he? There he is. Let's bait out his 3 attacks. Just got stabbed. Runs away. Turns around and comes back for some reason. They still have the stabby stick. You tore my clothing. Oh my god, how could you dare? Right, so that's 2 sets of 3 attacks now.
That bear has an uncanny sense of time.
He does have an uncanny sense of timing, honestly. Almost like they're set events. Right, so you are extremely wet. But not that damaged. What did it actually tear? I think this. So let's quickly give a repair to this. At least get to the point where it's decent. Okay, transponder part.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
That's something I wasn't expecting to find up here. Military MRE and a marine flare. Oh, I know there's probably going to be stuff in here. You're not going to have anything in these boxes now, are you? You're going to make me waste that. Yep. Oh, I am still okay weight-wise, though, even with all that firewood.
Could end up being useful.
And take painkillers, take the bandage and the flare. Oh, used to craft gunpowder. That's new. Well, let's pop that antiseptic lichen on that. And also, let's put the bandage on just because.
Oh, come on.
Oh, it didn't do anything. Okay. Figured it wouldn't, but you know what? We had it. We can make some more. We've got some spare cloth, it seems. Right, so let's... Hopefully we can walk around this way. Oh no, we're still over encumbered slightly. All of that is stuff we're wearing. We don't want to get rid of that. Eat some venison. Eat the fish. Chug the water. There we go. Right, is there an easy way down this way? I'm thinking no. Although maybe that looks like a relatively plausible slope we can slide down. If we do it carefully. Can we gather some of this without going overweight? Oh no. Eat the small candy bar and boom, suddenly we're fine, we're fine. Honestly, I think so far that's the only thing in the game that's been a little bit annoying. In the fact that there's a set, if you are over this, you are definitely going to get sprains at some point. It's not a gradual effect of like, yeah, if you're 0.01 over the weight limit, there's a 1% chance. And then if you're like 10 kilos over the limit, there's a 95% chance you'll sprain. Which would have made a bit more sense because there, you know, it's at some point you gotta realize that, you know, you can just, you know, hold an extra small thing and it's not going to be too much of a difference for you. It's only when all of those small things add up that it will start being a pain and start causing you, you know, problems. Right, Let's get over here. Oh, and Cookie, you'll be glad to hear that I've gone down 2 kilos this week. And I haven't even started the eating habit yet. It's just the habit of exercise. And now that I've seen just how bad my electric bill is going to be for the next few months, I'm not going to be able to afford the naughty foods. I'm pretty much going to have to suck it up and live on the healthy food of just chicken and broccoli. Because that's cheap. Takeaway is not. And that's the annoying thing. 2 kilos is a lot, but I've got a lot to lose. And so in my head, it's like, nah, it's not really that much though, is it? It's like 1% of probably what you've got to go altogether. Which is really, no, no, 2% of what I need to go. Which is really depressing that COVID has put me in a position where I'm this unhealthy. Oh, I need to actually click to play. Oh, come on, bear. Is this that you've died from blood loss, or is this that Methuselah saved you again? Oh, we've not died from blood loss this time. This is a scripted sequence then. Where's the bear taking us?
Where am I?
Well, the old bear's den, I would assume.
Holy shit. The bear, it's right there. Damn. Where the hell's that spear?
Oh my god, he's been dropped. He's took all my shit from me. How did the bear take... Oh, then again, I probably just dropped it on the way, didn't I? Let's just double check that we don't have any... Okay, so we don't have any injuries that are going to make this awkward. Oh, so you're not actually gonna...
Way too close.
Go away! Leave me alone, bear. I feel like I'm trapped in a very small confined area with a large angry animal. And this time I die from blood loss. Oh no! Or, eh? No, you have... Thank you, game. Literally, you let me get up and then you spawn me next to the bear, so I can't actually move away. Okay, just give me the blood loss screen. Yep. You've died from blood loss. Come on. Oh my, come on, please, game. Oh look, I'm getting up and I'm next to the bear again. Right, okay. Oh, and the last checkpoint was 27 minutes ago. What the hell? I'm not even controlling this. I'm not controlling this at all. And I don't even... And he's somehow taken the cloth. Okay, can I just die from blood loss? Because there is literally nothing I can do. I can't walk properly. I can't heal myself. What? Why is it sticking me to the wall? I want to move away. It's not letting me move. Game, please. Oh, this is horrific. Oh, this is so bad. Bear, just please finish me. Well, just finish the job already. Come on. I think this is on purpose because we're at so low health. It wants to be like you can't do anything, but I move forward and it just flings me backwards, and I don't know why. I mean, I've spent all that time trying to go towards the bear so it kills me. In the option, it gives me a chance to restart at the point where the bear mauled me. See, look, last checkpoint 5 minutes ago. I'm going to go with the auto save though, which is 8 minutes ago. So where were we? Okay, a little bit further back than would have been nice. I would have preferred it if we'd have saved around here, but that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, one of these days games will realise that taking control away from the player is a really bad move. Like a hobble, when you can still control the movement, but there's a visible difference in how you're walking, like the screen's like going from side to side, or, you know, going crooked as your legs are moving, you're like dipping on one side because one leg is hurt. That is fine, because you can still move how you want to, just a bit slower. What just happened was not that. All of that time, I was holding the W button to try going forward. And it would kind of go a little bit forward and then fling us back. Alright, what I'm going to do then, since we know this is going to happen, before we click to go through this exit, I'm going to put down a hard save. because that way, at least if he does catch us once, and we know it's going to be a problem, trying to, you know, because we've, you know, lost too much health or something, we could just reload the save from here. Yes, we will have to deal with the cutscene we're going to get again, but until we know where the spear is. Right, so here is the thing. So save game. Save the stream game. Also notice, no bear. Quickly turn around. Suddenly, bear.
No!
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met a gamer that's okay with control being completely taken from them. Or at least being completely... Unless the game is on purpose meant to be difficult to move in. Like if there's a game out there that you're playing a quadruple amputee or something ridiculous. I mean, actually saying that, there's that Parasite game that came out, the horror game a couple of months back, where it's eaten half of your body and you have to crawl everywhere. That, it makes sense narratively why that's happening.
Bear, it's right there.
And it's built into the game as a way of moving. No, not Prey. It's it's like a top-down 2D horror. Oh god, no, not Scorn. Scorn is terrible. Oh god, what was it called now? Hang on, I'll quickly go and have a look. Because it did look like an interesting game. I'm just not sure how much I would care about playing it. Go to... I want to go to the... Why can you not just give me an option of all of the genre straight away game theme? Right, so genres. Where's horror? I'll go through this game that has horror as a tag on its own. That's a really awkward way of getting there. Right, let's see. What was it called? I know it sold quite well. So I imagine it should still be somewhere in the top sellers. Oh, I'm desperately trying to remember the name of it now, just to... Unfortunately, I'm ancient, and horror and just names in general just don't stick in my head. Let's try top rated, because again, it seemed to get good reviews at the time. All I know is that the basic story was you've been infected by some parasite. It's like a sci-fi horror. You've been infected by a parasite, and it's one of the recent trends of extremely pixelated games, like really low-res games. I mean, it might have been. Let's see if I can. Can you? Is sci-fi anywhere in this list? Visuals was pixel graphics. So that should narrow it down a lot. But it wasn't Faith. Okay, none of those are the thing I'm even thinking of either. Oh, I don't know. Of course, what's going to happen now is I would start looking and then I'll find it as soon as no, I can see Faith Mortis Edition, but there's no game on Steam just called Mortis. Oh, that is going to bug me so much. Because like I say, it looked like a decent game. It's just I don't know if it would have been for me. Oh yeah, no, I know that one. That's just called Faith over here. And it's called, yeah, I think it had like an expanded edition called Faith Mortis. But no, that's not the one I'm thinking of. That's a proper that's like a fantasy ghost weirdness thing. The one that I'm thinking of, it's a sci-fi, so like you're like stuck on a spaceship somewhere and you've been infected by a parasite, and the whole thing is you're trying to do something before the parasite finally finishes eating you. Oh, we can. That's why it looked like we were locked in here. It's because we got to climb. Climb and go around. Why is there predator blood on the wall? I love 4 stealth sections.
If I don't keep my distance, I'm done. spear.
I know we have to find the spear. I also love the fact that that is the exact same roar that Ursa does in Dota 2 when he's using his ultimate or one of his skills. It goes roar. Okay, so where in the world do I need to go? Is this a separate cavern? I think this is a separate cavern to the one we were just in. It's just the bear has moved. I don't know what tunnel he used. He sure didn't use the one that we came through. But I'm going to assume we have to go to where that blue stuff is over there. Is this? Yeah, you just have janky AI for a bit, don't worry. Just let me get out of line of sight. Ooh, that... I think you almost saw us there. Oh, we can't even save during this segment. Oh, that is... Oh, that's cruel. I'm thinking that should be okay. I don't think you can fit through there. We should have free reign to move around a little bit more quickly.
Can't let him near me.
It is auto-saving, thankfully, so it will actually let us jump back to an auto-save. It's like it auto-saved just before we got to here. Yeah, it didn't see us, even though we're literally in front of him, he just didn't notice us. Right, again, I'm assuming heading towards the blue stuff over there. It seems blue equals safe in these caverns. Blue is our landmark to tell us, go here. If you need to sleep, you can sleep. I probably would only be going for a little bit longer anyway. Because it's, you know, 11:30 here, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to stream today. But I just wanted to get a bit more of this done. Ooh.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
The lights came, we had to leave. We thought you might stop here on an old trail, but we couldn't wait. Hunting is good, like we remembered. Should be better for you. If you find this, rest of the world will be waiting on the coast. From me, Liza. Sleep well.
Why didn't that work?
Good night, Cookie.
Have to stay back.
Right, can at least see where we need to go. Just need to make sure that the bear isn't nearby to see us. Like there. Oh, come on, how long's this section gonna go for?
There it is. The spear. Somehow I gotta grab it. That'll even the odds.
So let's stay back, see where the bear actually moves around to for this, because we know we need to get there. I don't think dropping down here is going to be a good idea. There's a blue bit there. So we do have somewhere to hide a bit. Yeah, let's get in a little bit. So we need to get to there. The bear is having a little bit of problems with his AI, not knowing where to go. You can make noise all you want, but can you get in here? I don't think so. Okay, so we just cannot actually walk up there at all. Where is he? There he is. And considering they've given us these little hidey holes, I assume that we've actually got to sort of walk slowly, stealthily around the entire section. Which would probably be easier if the bear could actually pick a direction to move in. Retrieve the spear. That's incredibly helpful map there. Ooh.
This'll come in handy.
Stim and painkillers. And a pelvis. Oh, a last resort thing. Okay, yeah, I do not want to be using that then. Where is it gone? Don't know where he is. Oh god, there he is. But even if he sees us, as long as we get into cover before we can actually start attacking, we're fine. Are you gonna move somewhere that lets me actually move past you? Have we just gone around in a circle? I feel like we've gone around in a circle. No, because this is a dead end. This one is. So we haven't been in here before, because the last one, all the ones we've been in so far, we've been able to get out the back of it. So assume we now just wait for him to start going the other way, and we go behind. Guessing, do we have to run up that log? Honestly, I just want to get this section done so I can save. Not a fan of this section at all. I'm not a fan of forced stealth in a game that I haven't really needed to use stealth up at any point. You leave, go somewhere else. Okay, that's a good start.
Gotcha.
Okay. That gives us a fighting chance. Yeah, run away. And then decide to fight me again. Come on. Come on, just one more. We've got the three sets of three. There we go. Oh. Okay, yeah, now... Okay, I think we win.
I'm sorry. Such a majestic creature. I didn't want to kill you. But this new world will make murderers of us all.
No, it won't. You'll just, you know... Oh, luckily we teleport back.
The bear is dead.
That's a good way to just, you know, end the scene. Just, I killed it. Collapse.
Good, you're up. And just in time.
What happened?
You passed out. I let you rest since I needed time to fix the radio. Ha! And what did I tell you? Those transponder parts did the trick. They were perfect. You did good, Mackenzie. You did good. Signal strength looks like it might be sufficient, but who knows how long it'll last with this unpredictable aurora in the sky.
Okay. So can we call Perseverance Mills?
I've already set the frequency. Just toggle the call button and cross your fingers.
And frazzle.
Here goes nothing. Hello? Is this the radio station at Perseverance Mills?
We need help. There's some kind of quarantine situation.
Hello? What do you mean quarantine? Is there a doctor with you?
We need a doctor or medical assistance, anything.
Can you... Damn it!
No! Damn it!
I'm sorry, Jeremiah.
That was my only chance.
Only chance for what?
You need to find your lady friend. I need to reach someone too. That was my only chance.
Well, we can find another radio. Or repair this one. Get new parts.
No. There's only one way now. You need to do it.
Me? Need to do what?
You need to take my message. You need to deliver it for me. It's important. You need to do it for me, Mackenzie. It'll be weeks before I can travel that far. You need to do it for me, Mackenzie.
Okay, take it easy.
You don't understand. You don't understand what's coming, Mackenzie. You have to take my message, or else none of the rest of it matters.
Okay, Jeremiah.
End of the world.
I'll take your message.
It's only a little detour for you. On the way to Perseverance Mills. A little detour that can change a lot. Maybe everything.
I'm listening.
Go through Carter. You'll need to get the old elevator system working. With the Aurora, it just might work. Go through Carter, the lower part of the dam. Now look out for...
Yeah, I know. Unstable.
Right. Through Carter, out the other side. You'll find your way to Signal Hill. Old weather service radio there. More powerful than my shortwave. You should be able to reach them.
Reach who?
I'll give you the frequency. Ask for Atwood.
Atwood. Got it. What's the message?
Wintermute.
Wintermute?
Yeah. Just that. Atwood will know what it means. Once you've done that, keep following the road north and you'll eventually get to Perseverance Mills. You'll start seeing the signs a few days walk out.
Okay. Got it. And what will you do?
A couple more days to recover, and then something else I gotta do.
You're in no state to...
Relax, Mackenzie. It's a short trip, but one I gotta take. And with the old bear out of the picture, I may have half a chance now. Thanks to you.
Well, don't make all my hard work keeping you alive be for nothing.
Good luck finding your lady, Mackenzie. I hope she's okay. This upside-down world won't be easy on the good people. I think you know that.
Thanks. She's out there somewhere. And she's a strong one. She'll make it. And I'll find her again. In Perseverance Mills.
Don't forget about Atwood.
Take care of yourself, Jeremiah.
But tell me you're just not gonna teleport me away from here.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Yeah, I know it's getting too heavy to carry. Cause
I'm done with...
Oh, you're kidding me! I had all the stuff on the floor in there curing. Oh, items from Jeremiah's cabin have been returned to you. No wonder I'm suddenly, twice the weight I should be. Because you've given me everything.
Made it through another night.
Oh, right, okay, let's just start dropping stuff that we don't need. those. I'm just going to drop the water purification. When we've done water, we're just boiling it anyway. So let's see, we're on 55 kilos, which is 20 more than we should be, so... Get rid of all that, get rid of that. Got the bedroll back. Get rid of the cooking pot. Get rid of like most of this wood. I'll just drop it all. So we've got 7 left to get rid of. That needs to get repaired. Okay. So apart from a couple of bits being wet, we're fine. So let's keep repairing these things while we can. Okay, so... Yet when over-encumbered movement is slower. Yeah, I know that game. And that's not going to affect... We haven't needed the rope in this section, which is where we found it. So if we haven't needed it, the chances of us actually needing it are extremely slim. Also, that hide is really quite light compared to what I expected. Let's just... That... Right, I've got 2 kilos left to drop. That's doable. Drop the coal. Oh, and that's just complete. That is just ruined, so we can't repair that. So it's good to know that once it's ruined, we can't do anything with it. We cannot fix it from ruined. Yeah, that was what was there. Ooh. We have a... Jeremiah's giving us his knife, has he? Don't know why. But we still need like 1.5 kilos to get rid of. Let's drink a couple of these sodas. And that's... Well, no, one of them. That's 1/4 kilo gone. What else? We're not going to... Oh, that was cured though, so I don't know if it's actually worth keeping hold of that. Cured rabbit pelt. Those are fresh guts. rid of a can, we only need to keep one. Get rid of the rose hips, we don't need them. The cash also not needed. Oh, we don't need to drop much more. Come on. Almost there. Okay, so let's drop a couple of scrap. There we go. Well, so we are now unencumbered. And we need to head up there. So you'd have to stop by the camp office. So, I don't know, we do have enough. It may be, as much as I hate to do it, if there are some wolves nearby that camp office, getting them, taking 4 hides, and then just literally waiting for 5 days. Just making sure we've got food and water, and then just waiting long enough for everything to get cured. Make the wolf hide clothing, and get it out of the way. I mean, we know we're going to get wolves in the next bit anyway. There's always going to be wolves. But it's one of those things that I don't know exactly how long all the stuff, the quests in the next bit are going to be, and whether we have to keep going back and forth like we have with this one. With this one, for a good sort of like 3 or 4 of the quests, we've always had to go back to Jeremiah's, which has meant we actually had a place to dump all of the stuff. It wouldn't surprise me if there's another NPC in the next area. The game does seem to like doing that. I'm giving us like a central NPC to help sort of steer the quest on the right way. But again, like I say, I'm not sure if I want to risk it now, or at least kill the stuff on the way and grab the hides, because if the hides aren't that heavy, then it would probably be worth doing whilst we're seeing the stuff to get. Didn't even get to keep the spear after we stabbed the bear with it.
Can't feel my feet.
Yeah, that's where we're heading to the camp office. Let's get warm. And all the more reason that we really do want to get the wolf pelt stuff. Those are complete. Here we go. Basic survival. We need to catch a rabbit just to get that sorted out and done. Because now that we know that once we've completed one of these, we get more things. Yeah, we get more, I don't want to say blueprints, like more recipes of things we can actually make. So I'm assuming if we can snare a rabbit and complete that, it will give us something to do with the rabbit hides that we have. Possibly a hat, which would be nice, since our last one got shredded by the bear. Just need to find somewhere where there's rabbits. Were there rabbits out here? I don't think there were. I mean, that grassy bit over there looks like it might be a place for rabbits, but no, doesn't look like it. Ooh, I spy with my little eye. Well, let's walk around the ice as much as possible. I think running is gonna freak the wolf out a little bit. Oh, good. It wasn't thin ice. Wolf is eating the deer somewhere. I think it did end up catching that deer. She's trying to work out where and then sneaking up on it. There. Please don't suddenly yelp out and hurt your ankle.
Damn, that's smarts.
Typical. As soon as I say don't do a thing, he does a thing. Did I even hit it? No, there's no blood. Don't a-woo me. just go after that deer. Don't mind me. Well, there's the bully hole. But yeah, I think I missed again. Well, at least going this way, we found a couple of little huts to go after. Even if we did miss the wolf. Shame there's no rabbits around though. Oh! I didn't realise I had keys for this. Oh, that looks like a warm parka. Right, so that's just a regular book. Is there even a fire in here? No. God, it must be freezing in here during the winter. Oh, oh. Oh no, that's just it just had a fish on the front. It doesn't look like it's actually worth picking up and reading.
I could use this.
What's this like compared to the ones we've got? We've got the one parker already, and the windbreaker was good because it gave us more windproofing and weatherproofing. Yeah, we'd lose a lot of waterproofing and some windproofing off that. Oh no, that's not worth keeping that then. Let's just rip it up, get the cloth out of it.
Shit. Looks like someone found trouble.
Ooh.
Just leave me alone. I'm not opening a store for anyone.
It's okay. I'm not here to take anything from you. Are you with the Forest Talkers?
I am, but I'm not letting you in. They killed my friend. How do I know you aren't one of them?
You don't, but I'm not. Name's Mackenzie. And I'm way too stubborn to just leave you out here all by yourself. You'll have to trust me.
Seems like I don't have much of a choice. We left most of our supplies at the old logging camp while we fished here. Can you get them for me?
I can try.
There's more. In that abandoned dam, we found evidence that proves there shouldn't be logging in Mystery Lake. I need that evidence. Documents nobody wanted to be found. We hid them until we could retrieve them. Under a floor tile at the bottom of the stairwell. If you can help me get the documents back, well, it'd be a huge win for the environment, if you care about, living in the world.
I have a feeling the world has bigger problems right now, but I'll see what I can do.
Here's the key to the trailer where we stashed our supplies. I'll slide it under the door.
That's why we couldn't find these things earlier and already have them for him. Oh, that is also really annoying because I think we've got to, that means we've got to go all the way back up to, yeah, all the way back up to sort of here. Oh no, or is that? Yeah, we've talked to there. That's where we've got to go for the main mission. That's just a supply cache. Oh, so yeah, do actually have to go there. Okay. At least it's mostly on the way. That's not going to be too much of a problem. At least attempt to find that, because the past couple I've looked for, I have not been able to see at all. I know they say hidden, useful if found, and quite frankly, they're hidden extremely well, because I've just not seen them at all yet. Really do need to increase temperature though, so I think I might just have to... On what time? Afternoon. Do have some pain, so let's... Yeah, the sprain risk is just from us carrying a little bit too much. Like really a little bit too much. Which is probably from the cloth. Let's drop those. And get cat head, cattail head stuff anywhere, I think. Because I literally basically just usually found along here, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So I suppose... Oh. Well.
Is it food or...
Second crow feather, and I have not yet been told how to make arrow. Even though it's going to be stone, stick, and feather. Yeah, let's at least get back to the camp office because there's a fire in there, and there's also a bunch of stuff we could smash to get firewood. At least we found out that it doesn't look like there's a any rabbits around here. As much as I talk of a couple of days ago, like I don't like shooting the dogs, I've had to kind of come to terms with the... if I want the good stuff, I have no choice. Luckily, I have a lot of bullets. Oh, there's more cabins over there. Oh, and another one there. That's a fishing hut, as is that one that's in the middle of there. Well, that was a hit. Now, how far did you run before you fell? Times like this, I really wish I had the magical hunter vision to see tracks, like in what you call it? Call of the Wild. Don't want the meat. So we do have a sprain risk now. But not by much. Right, so let's see, where were we? We going to there. That was the one we just been to get that quest. We got that set to get to, and then that one to get to. There's a slight chance, maybe, that there'll be a book in there that has some kind of recipe that will be useful to know. Probably not. But maybe. Yep, more lake cabins. Regular book.
This stuff will come in handy.
Don't need either of those. Don't need more cloth. Don't need more lantern fuel. small note looks to have been left for someone in particular, hard to imagine as the area is quite sparse. A. Head into the clear cut, put some supplies aside for us, away from prying eyes. If you need something, look for the old stump between two log piles. Okay. Can we get it? Requires key number 2, which we don't have. Oh no, actually you are tired. You're like only a third of your fatigue meter left. That's a bench. And that needs key number 1. Make sure not to use up too much stamina, just in case we do have to. I don't think any of this is thin ice, but after seeing what happens when you fall through earlier and losing all the heat, I'd rather not deal with that. Yeah, it's time to head back over to there. Get a fire going, sleep the night away. Unless there's anything interesting up here. Is that under the building, or is it there? That's just some rocks through the middle of there. Again, really annoying that there weren't any rabbits to snare to get that other quest out of the way. Because as soon as we got this gun, the whole idea of rabbit was like, oh, we don't need rabbit, we can get deer now. If I ever did play through this again, I'd definitely pay more attention to those side quests. Because who knows how many of them I missed. I don't know if it could well be that once you've done one, you automatically get the next one, which is possible, which is great because it means that once we've got the rabbit, the next lot would start, and we could then, I assume, it would tell us to kill some deer because we've not had it ask for killing deer yet. And the quest to kill 3 wolves unlocked the ability to make stuff out of wool. Is that wolf or is that deer? Because if that's wolf, from when I actually made the kill a couple of days ago, that I think it is. It is. That is handy. Ooh, yeah. Bit dark now. Luckily, can just about see the place to go. Probably gonna be pitch black
Someone's
in here
gotta
though.
go.
So lamp out. Yeah, there's a fireplace up here. There's Some stuff to use for tinder.
Come on. Turned out pretty well.
That's not exactly much fuel,
I'm
but
gonna have to leave something behind.
smash the chair. Have I got a license? A license for fire? No, I haven't. But luckily, I'm in Canada, and they don't need license for that. How are you, sheepy? I mean, I explain that by the fact that you're an amazing dancer. I mean, that's a fairly obvious explanation, to be honest. That's a better hatchet than what we have. Let's use the crappy hatchet to smash more stuff, and then we can throw it away. I have light right here in my hand. Ooh, actually, you're almost out of fuel. Luckily, we've got liters of the stuff.
Feels like something is sapping my energy.
Yeah, the massive weight on your back. Because we're carrying all of the wood to the stove. Well, after all of that, it still really wasn't that much extra, was it? Ah, it's light. Also, we desperately need drink. Therefore, grape soda. I'm gonna drop that dog food. We've had that dog food for like days at this point, and we haven't touched it. Oh the stove's gone out as well. No fuel left. Is there anything else to smash down here? There is. Well, you just got one hob, which is not going to be helpful because we want to cook something and do water at the same time without wasting cooking time. So start the fire. We've got 12 reclaimed wood. That's a good amount of fire. So let's at least get it to a couple of hours just to make sure. Right, so water. Melt snow. Cooking. Soup. Right, so pass time until that's done. That needs to be eaten. Really hasn't done much in terms of actual food, has it? So 15 minutes, that'll be done, and then, okay, that will do. Drink the water. Eat the soup. And then get rid of a bunch of extra cans that we don't need. Do have a lot of reclaimed. Oh yeah, that was what we were going to get rid of. We were going to do we get nothing for harvesting the shitty hatchet? Oh, some scrap metal and some firewood. Well, that's completely useless, really, isn't it? Get rid of all the wood, because we don't need that either, and now we are back to being unencumbered. So let's see, where are we heading? We could try that way, but I honestly don't. Knowing this game, it'll be... We'll get all the way up there, and it would like, sorry, there's a rock here, you can't pass here. And then we have to walk all the way around again. It's done that a couple of times. So yeah, I think we've got to go up and around. I think we have been at the logging camp. I think that's where we first found the bear. The bear that we somehow survived 9 attacks from. And even with the use of some magical spear, I still find that extremely hard to believe. But video game logic. I hear wolf. But werewolf? It can't be a werewolf, there's no moon. And that bad joke was just for Sheepa. You can't let him go a day without having a really shitty joke aimed at him. So that's for him. Ooh, can we just shortcut our way up the hill? Ooh. And yes, but can we shortcut our way down the other side is the real question. Preferably without breaking an ankle. Ah, no, this was not the logging camp I was expecting, so... Oh, okay, so one of the trailers, okay. I was going to say, you gave us a key to a place that has no door. But, yeah, luckily enough, there were also trailers. With massive frozen gas tanks. Are there any bunnies? Well, there's a deer. Almost the same. They both eat grass. I mean, if anything, it looks like bunnies would be over there. But I think we've... That's just where we came past, and I didn't see any. Not that I was really paying much attention. Because if I can set the snare down, and then go and do whatever we need to do over there, then there's a chance the snare will go off whilst we're busy, you know, doing stuff. Two more deer. Don't think there's any. Would be really annoying if there weren't any, because that would mean there's like no bunnies on this entire section of the map. Oh well. Wait. Why have we suddenly got a sprain risk? You should still have our well-fed bonus. I think it was giving us an extra like 5 kilos we can carry. Oh, it might be higher than that. I guess I didn't really get a full night's sleep in that cabin. We only got like 6 hours. Which for any normal person would be mostly enough. Right, so is it this? Well, this one was open anyway, there's no lock, so let's just have a look in whilst we're here. So, wood will probably be useful because we are going to want to sleep.
Could end up being useful.
Nope, those are not going to be useful. Eat the granola.
What have we here?
Don't need any more sewing kits. We've got like 3 of them. Not going to eat dog food, game. No matter how much you keep offering it to me. Don't need more socks at the moment. I do have to pay attention to the ammo of this gun as well, because we've got like hunting the walls. We've lost like 10 bullets.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Right, don't need any extra flares or rounds. As much as I hate leaving them, we've got enough. Okay. Nothing we need there. So, Shrek, you in? Nope.
I could use this.
That does look warm. Right, that's not needed. Don't need any of that.
I need to drop something.
Don't need any of that. Ah, okay. There's the supply. Oh, luckily they don't weigh anything. So, yep, take those. That's our quest item.
Should be good to drink.
Oh, not thirsty.
think I can use this.
Oh, that would be good. I did lose one of the hats to the bear. So if we can get this repaired a bit. Yeah, that's better. Gives us some waterproofing as well. Anything that is in desperate need. Those... Oh, don't even have any leather for that. Never mind. Slightly wet pants. Right, so yeah, other than those gloves... The gloves that, you know, don't show up on the player model. Generic book. Generic book. Right, okay, so we've got that. Guy did say something about the go to the dam. Which I think the dam was up this way. Yeah, because going south to the other one, we ended up in sort of the big frozen lake. And it has been a while since we saw the dam, so yeah, I think north is the way to go for that. And also I just realised it's 10 to 1 in the morning. Goes to show I'm actually enjoying this game more than I realised, because I was going to stop an hour ago. Yet here I still be. It really would have been worthwhile if I'd have dropped the wolf pelts down in that damn office that... Since we're going to have to come back here for that other quest anyway, to hand it in once we've done it. I mean, I suppose I could drop them in the logging camp, but I'd then have to remember about the logging camp. Was there... Was there a building up nearer here that we can just dump the stuff in? Because I think it just has to be indoors air drying. And it has to be like that for 4 or 5 days, and then we get the actual usable stuff out of it. Yes, the dam's up here. We can dump the stuff in the dam. And that should be good enough. I heard Wolf yelping. So where are you? Oh yeah, but when I first came here, I found a car battery, thought, oh, that'll be useful, and realised how heavy the thing was. Because in this game, car batteries have an actual weight that makes sense for a car battery, because they've got lead in them. No wolf will be here either, I don't think. But I did hear a wolf, I just have no idea where it was and where it ran after. Why do I have a horrible feeling as well that I'm going to go in here and then it's going to say, ah, you need to find this part. And there was a shipment of the parts to place all the way down at the other end of the rail. Mingus, go all the way back to pick up like a part to get the electric working again. Would not surprise me. Actually, at this point, I'm going to save, and we can also that. So that was episode completion of 70. Where are we now? 80. Whoa, okay, so this is a long chapter. Right, so
to find a place to rest.
yes, that's why I'm here. Right, let's see. Oh, there's refined wood. That's good. There's stuff for tinder. There's cardboard for tinder. Oh, that's all metal shelving, not useful. And there is, of course, no fire in here, so we're not sleeping in here. I suppose I could just, make a campfire, but we'll find a place that already has a stove. Yeah, that was the thing, just saying the thing breaks. That is good for burning. Oh yeah, I've already been here because stuff's empty. So it's really the only place that's going to be warm that has actually has a stove is going to be inside the dam then. Oh, hello. Hey, Methuselah, how you doing?
Oh, Mackenzie. So you're still alive.
So are you.
Methuselah. You appear in the strangest places.
And always when I
You've
need
left your
you.
mark and have overcome great odds so far. But this part of the world still holds some secrets.
I'm not sure this is the right time for...
Give me your
There are
cryptic
still
bullshit
stories,
knowledge.
but if you are in a hurry, by all means go. Nobody would fault you for continuing your journey onward.
You know, it's been a hell of a slog out there. Never mind that damn bear. I've nearly died more times than I care to count.
9. That's
It
how many
couldn't have been
times we
easy
almost
for
died to
you
the bear. 9.
You seem strangely calm about the hostility.
2 is
in
how
this
often
place.
we did die to the bear.
I have wandered these paths a long time, friend. I was a walker. Now I'm a watcher. I'm here to observe these times and help where I may.
As strange as it is to run into you again, it's good to find a familiar face in all this frigid wilderness. And keep to your paths. If this is a reckoning, as you say, I hope ours cross again.
Oh, is that it? We don't get to ask him any questions this time? Oh well. Take care, Methuselah. We'll see you again at the next junction of plot pointness. I still think you're some kind of weird supernatural spirit of the forest that's pretending to be a man. Cooked food is generally safer to eat. Thank you, game. I never would have guessed. Oh, I think we could swap out for the Canada hat. Not that it would make any difference in terms of, you know, heat, but it would make a difference in terms of style. Oh, good lord. Yeah, we're not reading through that. That's just a... This is a dam. Dams exist. Which is... We don't need to know about that. Yeah, so we need 4 cured guts, which I think we do have enough to actually get all that if we have enough time to... Actually, let's dump that stuff out here. So, materials. So that's the cured one that we've already got. And we've got 4 fresh ones that we can just drop. And those will slowly cure over the next couple of days. I'm not going to take the rabbit pelts with, even though they don't exactly weigh much. We can leave them here for now. Same with the deer hide. That's almost finished curing, so we can leave that. Got 2 wolf pelts that we can leave to work, and that gives us... And still somehow we're higher weight than we normally were. Oh, it's because we're just so damn tired. Right, so I want to keep Mackenzie's sweater. Oh, and his shirt as well. It's like that would be so much warmer than either of the things he's got. But I don't know why, but I feel like it'd be I really want to keep his actual clothes that he crashed in. I don't know why. I feel like there'd be a sense of accomplishment if his clothes can survive the trip. Although, oh no, he's still got his hat. He's still got his hat as well. His hat, his parka, his shirt, his sweater, and his boots. You have stolen socks along the way, but other than that, he's still in his original clothing for the most part. Oh yeah, we are mostly overweight because of the extra firewood we picked up, isn't it? You know what? Break it down. Yep, I know we need to find a way through, but first,
Too much
and more
stuff to carry.
importantly, yeah, I know there's too much stuff to carry, but most importantly for now, I want to find... Oh look, there's the can opener we dropped a couple of days ago. I want to find somewhere nice that has a stove that's warm and a bed. It's also hopefully warm.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Yes, you can, but you can shut up for now, Mackenzie. So that goes down. That's... Oh, actually, did this go down into the weird basement thing? Oh, that... I don't remember
Looks
that
like I
being
could
there.
get a nasty shock.
I don't remember this being electrified before. Yeah, I desperately need sleep. In game and out of game, so if I can find a stove to light, get the sleep done, then I'll be happy to call it there for the day. We
I need to
can't get
find
into
some way
there. You're the elevator will eventually need to go down. Yeah, safety notice, whole place will be shut down.
I better take this food.
And I'm sure there's a bed somewhere, because I'm sure we used it the last time we came here. So we've been through all the doors, so the only place we haven't been is up or down to see if it was there. Right. No to the down. Suppose that would make it a bit too easy if we could just walk down the stairs and ignore the elevator. I'm guessing the door's held shut with a load of snow. Yeah, we've read that one before. Just a book. Yeah, because this is where we came to get the medical supplies for Jeremiah. Workbench. Really? Where is the... Oh, that's the elevator maintenance. Something glitchy in the electrical system. If you ever get stuck, it'd be a long walk before... Yeah, okay, we've read that one. Right, so it was about 35. And then it was about 5. So 4. Oh, okay, so that was annoying. So it was like 4 and 6. So 30. Four, 6. Open.
This stuff will come in handy.
Nope, none of this cash will come in handy. Neither will the flare shells. We've got loads of it. But ammo, 5. Oh, nice. Don't need the stims either. So that was worth it. Even just for those 5 rifle rounds, that was worth it. I could have sworn there was a place for us to...
Could end up being useful.
There was an actual bed somewhere, but I think we might have to just drop down a bedroll and live with it. I just would have liked it if we could have found a stove. So use. I mean, it is warming up. It's 7 degrees C. That's relative. It's warm enough. It's not freezing temps. Okay, so it is light.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Technically. Was there an... Oh, no, this was another boxed one.
Surrounded by snow and nothing to drink.
Oh no, we've got plenty to drink. It's just, you know. See? Orange soda. And a grape soda. Access the control room using Jeremiah's code. Oh, did he give? I didn't realize he gave us a code.
I need to find some way in.
This control room. Yeah, forge, spear, etc., etc. Examine. 7611. Use it when the aurora is in the sky. Oh, okay, so we can't actually use it yet. Because there's no power. Okay. Well, I suppose for now that's a good enough place to leave it. wait for the Aurora anyway to do the next bit of the main story to get through there and deal with the power. We're 90% of the way through, but I don't really fancy like sitting around and just constantly waiting for the Aurora to happen. I mean, sleeping one night got us 10% of the way, give or take, for the curing process. So next time, I mean, either I'll do it on stream, or maybe off stream I'll go and hunt down a few extra things. You know, see if I can't catch us up on these basics of, you know, the survival school and the basics of survival stuff. See if I've missed any somewhere. Maybe at least I know that I've got those two to deal with. But I'll have a look up, see if I can find if there's anything that tells us exactly where things are, just in case we've missed anything. I mean, if it's in the first or second area, then we're kind of stumped. We can't go back and get it anyway. But if we can find anything here, then that'll be good enough. And we've got 2 quests worth doing anyway. Still need to find reishi mushrooms somewhere. Haven't even thought of where to look for those yet. Old Man's Beard is easy enough to do once we've got the stuff. And the rose hip tea, easy enough if we get some rose hips. It's just don't normally use them. But yeah, for the rest of it, I mean, maybe I'll try looking for these as well off stream. See if I can't find an actual location for them. Just so that we literally don't miss anything in this area. So yeah, for now, I'll call it there. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Sheepa, if you're still there, and thank you to all the lurkers. Always happy to have everyone. So until next time, take care, and I'll see you at this rate probably tomorrow, where I might do this again. I considering where we are, I might carry on playing with this and do some more Long Dark, or it might be some more Dyson Sphere program, because I did do the off-stream stuff earlier today, making it actually look decent, rearranging everything, getting us into a position where we can actually do something the next time, rather than just sit there and wait for some research to be done. Also, I've almost paved half of the planet, so that's fun as well. But yeah, until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.